One of my favorite paints is the Disco Silver. I use it a lot on different patterns, and this jig that I'm going to be making for you here is called the Silver Ghost. So stay tuned. All right, the next one I'm going to be doing, to be honest, I make so many different patterns of jigs that I don't even have names for them. I don't even know what to call this one here, but it is a nice looking jig. It has a silver, disco silver body at the bottom, about halfway, and the top part is Silver Mine Crinkle Paint that I apply on in layers to give it that effect. And that's basically all that's on this jig. And what name am I going to call it? I'll figure out a name as I go along. But I'll show you how I do this one. I'm going to start with 3/4 ounce of rock hound. Get that heated up. Now the disco silver I buy in bulk because I use a lot of it. Get that into the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Again, just 5 seconds on each side. I'm hoping these blue gloves are helping with the contrast, and you can see a bit better what I'm doing. And the last other videos weren't doing very well. So I'm hoping this is going to be better. Give it a trim. Okay, so let's start with the disco silver. Just build it up just a little bit so I can see the glitter. You notice that I am putting a lot of paint on the brush. But I'm moving my brush rather quickly over top of the jig, so I'm not just piling it on one spot. That should be good. Give that a little blast of heat. Now comes the tricky part, and that is the crinkle paint. If I find with this vein or crinkle paint, if you apply it on when the jig is too hot, it doesn't really work. But here I'm putting it on at a 45-degree angle because I want to capture the sides as well. Now, because there's no base coat on top, I need to put on a bit more than I usually would on the first go. Now, I'll be doing like 2 or 3 batches of paint on this one. That's how I seem to get the best effect. Now the second coat is not as thick as the first one. You notice that I'm really turning the jig, all angles, making sure the heat hits every part of that Crinkle Paint. Now the last one. Yeah, I'm starting to get the effect that I want. There's a bit more over here. Not much paint there. Okay. Take off the shrink tubing. Now I gotta work this heat. Okay, oh yeah, that's really coming out nice. Down in there. Put it on the top. Oh yeah, that came out really nice. There you go. That's a sweet looking jig for sure. Okay, now let's try one with shiner. Let's see how that one comes out. Like, I really like doing it with the shiner foot because of the contours that it has, you know, the scaling effect. The colors, you know, they capture it, they lay nice on it. Okay, this one's ready to go. Get that shrink tubing on. Start with the Bristol Silver. I just follow the shape of the jig. Start low and follow along. Again, you know, I'm putting a lot on the brush, but I'm moving the brush quickly, so it's not, you know, falling just in one spot. I build it up slowly. Okay, that should be enough right there. Give it some heat. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's start with vein, Silver Mine. Again, I love these wide mouth cups. You don't have to worry about getting it on the table or losing any of it. Now once you got that silver looking good, you don't want to put too much heat on it, or else you're going to lose it. It's going to go dull. So when I'm doing this, I'm just working with the top. Oh yeah, that's coming out nice already. Wow. I might not need a third coat. Take a look in a second. Yeah, just a little bit more. I would really like to know if anyone knows what is actually in this crinkle paint and how it gets that effect. You know, please comment. Let me know. I have no idea. All I know is that heat activates it. The hotter you can get it without burning it or melting it, the better effect you're going to get. And I learned that trial and error, made a lot of bad jigs. But you know, you learn, it's all about timing. All right. Look at that, isn't that awesome looking, eh? Silver body, that splattered looking black back. Awesome jig. That one is going to be fire for sure. Give it a go. See if it works for you. I'll be back to do another one shortly.